TikTok's most beloved couple went from relationship goals to divorce court in a matter of weeks, and a 24-year-old Houston model got caught in the middle of it all. If you've been anywhere on social media this month, you already know that Desmond and Christy Scott are done. This is the couple that built an empire on family content, cooking videos, and what looked like the perfect marriage, and now they're heading to divorce court. A viral kissing video surfaced, a mystery woman was identified, death threats started flying around, and now that woman, model Marissa Springer, is speaking out, saying she is not the one Desmond cheated with. What in the world is actually going on here? If Marissa isn't the other woman, then who is? And why is Christy Scott staying completely silent while her estranged husband sets up a whole new kitchen in a whole new house? Baby, grab your snacks, grab your tea, and get comfortable because we are breaking all of this down today. We're talking the timeline, the receipts, the statements, and everything in between. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this story, because I have a feeling this is far from over. One day after Desmond Scott posted his apology talking about being sorry and taking responsibility and wanting to be a good father, he was filmed at a bar in Houston called Sante in an extended makeout session with a woman sitting on his lap. This happened on Sunday, January 11, 2026, literally 24 hours after his apology. According to sources who spoke to TMZ, Desmond and this woman met that night through a mutual friend. They reportedly displayed an instant spark and appeared unconcerned about being filmed. Unconcerned about being filmed in public the day after apologizing for his marriage falling apart. TMZ published the footage on January 15th of 2026 and described it as gaining millions of views across TikTok, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. The timing could not have been worse for Desmond. Here he is, just having posted this carefully worded apology about making choices he wasn't proud of, and then boom, video evidence of him kissing another woman in a bar, not even trying to hide it. People were furious, the comments were vicious, and Team Christy was in full effect. The story wasn't over yet because the internet was determined to find out who this mystery woman was. January 16, 2026 brought confirmation from TMZ identifying the woman in the video as Marissa Springer, a 24-year-old Houston-based model. Before we get into her statement, let me tell you who Marissa Springer actually is, because a lot of people had never heard of her before this. Marissa Springer is a legitimate model with a real career. She started modeling at age 17 after being recruited and has worked with brands including Modelo on international e-commerce campaigns, Best Buy, and So Clear Beauty. Music videos for Houston artists Paul Wall, Baby Bash, and Bun B feature her as well. On top of that, she's a licensed cosmetologist and has been since she was 17. She earned a bachelor's degree in marketing and management from the University of Houston's Bauer College in 2024 and is currently pursuing an MBA at the same institution. Voyage Houston magazine featured her in June 2024, and the Bauer College's Inside Bauer publication also highlighted her. In interviews, she's described herself as a freelance model who books most work through social media rather than traditional agencies. Once telling Voyage Houston, "I actually get more jobs through freelance instead of with an agent." Her career goal involves eventually owning her own modeling agency. Before this controversy, she had approximately 19,000 to 20,000 Instagram followers on her account at @beby.maria, which means we're not talking about some massive influencer here. She was relatively unknown outside of Houston's local modeling scene. And here's the detail that got everyone talking: an 8-year age gap between her and Desmond Scott. She's 24, he just turned 32. When her identity came out, people had a lot of opinions. Some were dragging her, some were sending her hate, and some were sending something much worse. January 19, 2026 marked the day Marissa Springer had had enough. She released a video statement on Instagram directly addressing the controversy, and let me tell you, she did not hold back. Her main message, and I'm going to quote this directly, was, "I am going to say this one time and one time only, I am not the one he cheated with. Everyone involved in this situation knows that it's not me." Wait, what? That's right. Marissa Springer is saying she is not the woman Desmond allegedly cheated with, which means there might be someone else out there that we don't know about. She explained the context of how she met Desmond by saying, "I'm pretty sure when you meet someone at a club, you don't interrogate them about who or what their social media status is." And obviously, many drinks in, the vibes were there, as you can tell. She also claimed she had no idea who Desmond Scott even was, stating, "I don't have kids, I don't cook, I don't really watch family content, and I'm not on that side of TikTok." Some people found that hard to believe, wondering how a 24-year-old Houston resident could not know who a local TikTok star with millions of followers is, but that's her story and she's sticking to it. Marissa also addressed several rumors that had been flying around the internet. She denied being transgender. Apparently, that was a rumor people were spreading about her. She denied calling TMZ herself, explaining they reached out to me the day they were going to release, saying they confirmed who I was and if I wanted to add anything. She denied asking Desmond to buy her a bottle at the bar, calling that rumor insane work. She confirmed she has no boyfriend and warned people about fake accounts, saying there are also so many fake accounts of me right now and a whole fake relationship. But here's the part that really puts things in perspective. Marissa revealed that she has been receiving death threats against herself and her family, saying the moral of the story is nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors, and you should never reach a point where you receive death threats to you or your family. Death threats over a situation that, according to her, she barely even understood when she got caught up in it. Whether you believe Marissa Springer or not, whether you think she knew who Desmond was or not, nobody deserves death threats. Period. That's way too far. Okay, let's break down what Marissa's denial actually means if we take her at her word. She's saying she is not the woman Desmond cheated with, and she's saying everyone involved knows it's not her. That implies there is someone who Desmond cheated with, it's just not her. So who is it? The central question of this entire situation, who did Desmond allegedly have an affair with, remains completely unanswered. Think about it. Christie's divorce filing cited infidelity but named no third party. Desmond's statement acknowledged making choices he wasn't proud of but never specified what those choices were or with whom. And now the woman everyone thought was the other woman is saying it's not her. Either there's another woman out there who hasn't been identified, or the full story of what actually happened behind closed doors hasn't come out yet. Several things remain disputed or unclear. First, who is the actual affair partner, since Marissa's denial suggests someone else exists but no one has been publicly identified? Second, what's the exact timeline of the separation, because Desmond claims he wanted to separate toward the end of 2025 and discussed this with Christie, but we don't know the extent to which they were actually separated before his admitted choices. Third, did Marissa really not know who Desmond was, given that she claimed she had no idea about his fame? And some people online question whether a 24-year-old in Houston could be unaware of a local TikTok star with millions of followers. Fourth, what's the full context of the divorce filing? Because only excerpts from the court documents have been published, and there might be more details we haven't seen. January 10, 2026 fell the day after TMZ broke the divorce story, which just so happened to be Desmond Scott's 32nd birthday. Instead of celebrating, he released his first public statement via Instagram stories, and y'all, this statement was something else. Let me read you exactly what he wrote because the wording is very important. I want to begin by apologizing to Christie, our family, and everyone who has been impacted by the public attention surrounding this situation. I know this news has been disappointing for many, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt it has caused. Here's the part that raised a lot of eyebrows. Toward the end of 2025, I wanted to separate, and I had conversations with Christie regarding this. During this period, I made choices that I am not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions. I shared this with her directly and personally, and ultimately, we decided to divorce. Did y'all catch that wording? Choices that I am not proud of. He didn't say cheating, he didn't say affair, he didn't say infidelity. He used the word choices. Notice how he framed the timeline, claiming he wanted to separate toward the end of 2025 and had conversations with Christie about it. He's essentially trying to establish that the separation discussions came before whatever these choices were. But here's my question. If you wanted to separate and were having those conversations, why is the divorce filing citing infidelity as the cause? That doesn't quite add up, does it? He ended his statement by saying, Christie is the mother of my children, and that will always come first. I remain fully committed to being an active, present, and loving parent to our boys. Honestly, that statement might have been enough to start some kind of healing process. People were processing it, some were defending him, some were dragging him, but there was at least a conversation happening, and then the kissing video dropped. December 30, 2025 marks the day Christie Scott filed for divorce in Harris County, Texas. The reason listed in those court documents was alleged infidelity. According to reports from TMZ and Us Weekly, who obtained the filing, the document stated that the betrayal, and I'm going to quote this directly, completely wiped out any reasonable chance of reconciliation, and that the couple would soon stop living together as husband and wife. The public didn't know about this right away since TMZ didn't break the story until January 9th, 2026, but when they did, the internet absolutely lost it. Here's what we know from the divorce petition. Christy requested restoration of her maiden name, which is Small, and she also requested that Desmond pay her attorney fees and court costs. The couple agreed to enter a written agreement regarding custody, visitation, and child support for their 2 sons. I want to be very clear about something. As of January 19, 2026, this divorce has not been finalized. A judge has not yet signed off on anything, which means technically, legally, they are still married while all of this is playing out publicly. Fans had actually started noticing something was off before any of this became public. In early December 2025, people were commenting that Desmond's presence on Christy's social media had significantly reduced. He wasn't in her posts like he used to be, and the comments were starting to speculate. When the divorce news broke, it confirmed what some people had suspected but nobody wanted to believe. The couple that had been together since they were teenagers, the couple that built millions of followers showing off their beautiful family, the couple that just moved into their dream home. Through all of this, the divorce filing, Desmond's apology, the kissing video, Marissa's statement, Christy Scott has said absolutely nothing publicly. No verbal statement, no video, no Instagram live, nothing. But here's the thing about Christy's silence is actually speaking volumes through what she is posting. On January 14, 2026, she posted photos in a burgundy dress throughout her home with a caption that said simply, same address. That's it, that's the post. And everybody understood exactly what she meant. She's keeping the house. That dream home they moved into in August 2025, that's her house now. She also made a $10,000 donation to a nonprofit called Herein that supports foster care transition apartments, given back while going through her own personal crisis. Reports indicate she has unfollowed Desmond on Instagram, though interestingly, he still follows her. That's all we've heard from Christy. No messy clapbacks, no subliminal posts going off on Desmond, no interviews, no statements, just same address and charitable giving. Some might call that the classiest way to handle a public divorce, while others might be frustrated wanting to hear her side. But either way, Christy Scott is controlling her narrative by choosing not to engage with the chaos. And honestly, that might be the smartest move she could make right now. While Christy stays put in the family home, Desmond has clearly moved on, literally. January 18, 2026 brought an Instagram video from Desmond showing himself setting up a kitchen in what appeared to be a new empty residence. The caption read, "Back in the kitchen this week," with a smirking emoji, and the soundtrack choice was A$AP Rocky's "Stay Here for Life." Make of that what you will. This video was basically confirmation that yes, Desmond Scott has moved out of the family home. He's setting up his own place, getting his kitchen organized, and apparently ready to continue making content. In the comments of that post, he wrote, "I've read every message and y'all have no idea how much your boy love y'all." Desmond is positioning himself to continue his career as a chef and content creator. He's not hiding, he's not going away, and he's letting people know he's still here and he's still cooking. Support came from an unexpected place when rapper Kevin Gates publicly backed Desmond, posting, "Desmond Scott, I just want to say that I salute you, brother, and I'm praying for you. You nice looking, you fly, you intelligent, and you know how to cook. It's no woman on God's earth that wouldn't want you." That support from Kevin Gates drew its own backlash, given that Gates recently went through his own divorce from Drecka Gates. And some people felt like maybe he wasn't the best spokesperson for relationship advice right now. But hey, Desmond has at least one celebrity in his corner. All right, let me break down the complete timeline of this entire situation for those of you keeping track at home. August 2025 marks when Desmond and Christy moved into their Houston dream home with everything seeming perfect. Early December 2025 brought fans noticing that Desmond's presence on Christy's social media had significantly reduced. December 30, 2025 is the day Christy filed for divorce in Harris County, Texas, citing adultery as the cause. January 9, 2026 is when TMZ broke the divorce story publicly and the internet exploded. January 10, 2026 brought Desmond issuing his apology on Instagram, and it's also his 32nd birthday. January 11, 2026 is when the viral kissing clip was filmed at Sante Bar in Houston, yes, just one day after his apology. January 14, 2026 brought Christy posting same address on Instagram, indicating she's keeping the house. January 15, 2026 is when TMZ published the kissing video footage and it went viral. January 16, 2026 brought TMZ identifying Marissa Springer as the woman in the video. January 18, 2026 marks Desmond posting videos setting up his kitchen in what appears to be a new residence. January 19, 2026 is when Marissa Springer released her statement denying she's the one Desmond cheated with. That's the timeline. From dream home to divorce filing to viral scandal to moving out, all in a matter of months. All right, let me give y'all the current status of everything as of January 19, 2026. The divorce status shows it as filed but not finalized, with a judge not having signed off on anything yet. Living arrangements indicate Christy appears to remain in the marital home while Desmond has moved to a new residence. Custody is to be determined via a written agreement for their sons Vance, age 7, and Weston, age 6. Public communication shows Christy remaining silent, Desmond returning to posting content, and Marissa having made her statement and indicated she will not discuss the situation further. The biggest question of all, who actually was the affair partner, remains completely unanswered. Here's what I think this whole situation really exposes, and I want y'all to sit with this for a minute. This controversy shows us just how fragile influencer relationship goals content really is. The Scotts built an empire presenting their marriage as aspirational, cooking together, raising children on camera, celebrating milestones, getting featured in People magazine, and moving into their dream home. We all watched, we all liked, we all commented heart emojis and couple goals under their posts. That image shattered in a matter of weeks. Marissa Springer's emergence and subsequent denial adds this whole unexpected layer to the story. She's saying she's not the affair partner, which means either someone else exists who we don't know about, or the full story of what happened hasn't come out yet. With Christy maintaining her silence and the divorce still pending, this story likely has chapters yet to unfold. For now, the facts are these: an 11-year marriage is ending, a kissing video went viral, and a 24-year-old model insists she's being blamed for something she didn't do. Whatever the truth is behind all of this, there are real people involved. Two little boys are going to have to navigate their parents' very public divorce. A woman is receiving death threats over a situation she claims she barely understood. And Christy is watching her entire life play out on the internet without saying a single word. Social media showed us the highlight reel for years. Now we're seeing what was happening behind the scenes. And it's a reminder that we never really know what's going on in anyone's relationship, no matter how perfect it looks online. That's where we are, y'all. That's the full story as we know it right now. Christy Scott filed for divorce citing infidelity. Desmond apologized without really apologizing. A kissing video went viral. Marissa Springer denied being the other woman. And somewhere in all of this, there's still a missing piece of the puzzle that nobody has identified. I have a feeling this is not the last video we're going to be making about this situation. As more details come out, as the divorce proceedings continue, as Christy potentially decides to speak, we're going to be here covering all of it. If you want to stay updated, make sure you're subscribed to this channel with your notifications turned on. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about all of this. Do you believe Marissa Springer? Do you think there's another woman out there? And why do you think Christy is staying so quiet?